Parviz Rabi, attorney at law, have been practicing for over 20 years. Our office is located by San Francisco Airport, specializing in employment law. Today's topic, unpaid work-related communications. In California, if you are a non-exempt employee, your employer must pay you for the time you spend doing work-related tasks when you're not on the clock. This includes communicating with your employers or others about work-related issues. For example, when you respond to emails, text messages, or calls from your supervisors, manager, co-workers, or customers, either before or after your scheduled shift or during your lunch breaks or on the weekends, you must be paid for your time. This is considered one of the many other categories of working off the clock, which under California law, your employer must pay you properly at your correct rate of pay and perhaps at overtime rate. California state labor laws require employers to pay non-exempt employees at least minimum wage and overtime for any hours worked over 8 hours in a workday, over 40 hours in a work week, and for the first 8 hours worked on the seventh consecutive day of work in a work week. The law also forbids employers from asking or requiring their employees to work off the clock. In other words, your employers cannot force you or put pressure on you to work off the clock. Working off the clock refers to any kind of work-related task you perform outside of your regular work hours, such as answering emails, text messages or calls, completing paperwork, attending meetings, or travel time that is not compensated. While minor tasks such as answering text messages, emails, or calls may not seem like a big deal, they can add up and result in significant unpaid hours. Under California law, even if you agree to work off the clock, it is still illegal for your employer not to compensate you for those times. In other words, your agreement to receive and respond to calls and text messages, as well as emails after hours or during lunch breaks, does not mean you have waived your right to compensation, and it is still the responsibility of your employers to make sure you're paid properly and fairly. Unfortunately, many employers may try to take advantage of their employees. As an employee in California, it is important to know your rights and protections when it comes to working in the state of California. Sometimes employers may try to require employees to work off the clock without compensation. This practice is illegal. If you find yourself in this kind of situation, it is important to understand that you have the right to be fairly compensated for your time. You also have the right to refuse any unpaid work without the fear of retaliation in the form of termination, demotion, or other mistreatments. Do not hesitate to speak up if you believe your employer is taking advantage of you. Please contact my office with any employment law questions for free consultation. Please be sure to like and subscribe and turn on your notification.